Hello students, welcome to daily practice session. Today we have one previous year question that is asked in NEET 2013. Okay, it is related to free fall condition. Okay, so free fall, again we have free fall V naught equal to 0 and E equal to G, right? Okay, now a stone which falls under gravity, it covers a distance h1, h2 and h3 in first 5 second, next 5 second and next 5 second. Then what is the relation between h1, h2 and h3? What is the relation between h1, h2 and h3? Okay, so just try to visualize this problem. You need to consider a stone, right? So let us consider a a stone. Let's consider a stone. Okay, and given that it falls freely under gravity, right? It falls freely under gravity. It falls like this. Let it be. Okay, it falls like this. Now, what is given? It starts from rest, right? It falls, therefore starts from rest. Therefore, we can consider time at this particular point, time equal to 0, and in next 5 second, when t equal to 5 second, it covers certain distance, and again if you consider one more 5 second, that means 10 second, right? Again one more 5 second if you consider, t equal to 15 second, right? And given that it covers a distance, how much? h1, it covers a distance h1 in first 5 second, and again it covers a distance h2 in next 5 second, again it covers a distance h3 in next 5 second. That means to travel a distance h1, what is the time taken? To travel distance h1, time taken is 5 seconds, right? So to travel distance h1, time taken is 5 seconds. Now if you consider distance traveled in 10 seconds. So what is the distance traveled in 10 seconds? Where to where? Distance traveled in 10 seconds is this particular distance, right? That is nothing but h1 plus h2. To travel this distance, for the time taken to travel h1 plus h2, time taken is 10 seconds, right? No? So to travel distance h1 plus h2, time taken is 10 seconds. Similarly, if you consider distance traveled in 15 seconds, distance traveled in 15 seconds. So which is that distance? Distance traveled in 15 seconds. You can consider this particular distance, right? This is distance traveled in 15 seconds. That means it is equal to h1 plus h2 plus h3. So to travel distance h1 plus h2 plus h3, time taken is 15 seconds. To travel h1 plus h2, time taken is 10 seconds, and to travel distance h1, time taken is 5 seconds, right? And given that it falls under gravity, therefore V naught equal to 0, E equal to G. So let's write an expression for displacement in 5 seconds. So what is displacement in 5 seconds? Displacement in 5 seconds is equal to h1. Therefore h1, that is equal to V naught t, that is V naught is 0, plus half g t square. That means h1, that is equal to 0 half, what is the value of g? Acceleration due to gravity. Let's consider that as 10. Okay, so 10 into, to travel distance h1, what is the time taken? That is 5 seconds, right? Therefore 5 square. So what do you get? h1 is equal to 5 square, 25, 25 into 10, 250, 250 by 2, 125, right? So 125 we got. That is value of h1. Okay, similarly try to write an expression for h2 or distance traveled in 10 seconds. This is distance traveled in 5 seconds, right? Now let's consider distance traveled in 10 seconds. So what is the distance traveled in 10 seconds? That is h1 plus h2. Therefore h1 plus h2 that is equal to, again same equation you can use, v naught t plus half gt square. So v naught t is 0, v naught is 0 plus half g t square. But what about t? To travel h1 plus h2, what is the time? That is 10 seconds, right? Therefore we can write h1 plus h2, that is equal to half into 10 into time taken for that is 10 square. So what is 10 square? 10 square is 100. So 100 into 10, 1000. 1000 by 2, 1000 by 2, 500. That means h1 plus h2, that is equal to 500 you got. I need h2 value. You can write 500 minus h1, no? So what is h1? h1 is 125. Therefore 500 minus 125. What do you get? 375 meter. So you got h2, that is equal to 375. Now, can you write this 375 in terms of 125? Can you write this 375 or h2 value in terms of h1 value? Yes. How? h2, that is equal to 375, that is nothing but 3 times 125, right? 3 times 125. So what is 125? That is h1. Therefore, we can write this as h2 equal to 3 times h1, or h1 is h2 by 3, right? h1 is h2 by 3. Okay, this is distance traveled in 10 seconds. Now come to one more. Distance traveled in 15 seconds. So distance traveled in 15 seconds is how much? 15 second, that is h1 plus h2 plus h3, right? Therefore h1 plus h2 plus h3, that is equal to v naught is 0, half g, I will write it directly, g is 10 and t square 15 square. Simplify this, 15 square into 10 will get 1125. So our requirement is h3, therefore 1125 minus these two, it is h1 plus h2, right? So what is h1 plus h2? It is here, h1 plus h2, that is 500. Substitute that. Therefore h3 is equal to 1125 minus 500. It will be 625, right? Again, as we wrote this h2 in terms of h1, similar to this, how you can write this 625 in terms of h1? 5 times 125 is 625, right? Therefore, we can write it is 5 times h1. That implies h1 equal to h3 by 5, h3 by 5, right? So h1 equal to h3 by 5, or h1 equal to h2 by 3, or h1. So if you compare, we can write like this, no? Sorry. Can write h1, that is equal to h2 by 3, is also equal to h3 by 5, h3 by 5. So this is our actual answer. Okay, so h1 equal to h2 by 3, that is equal to h3 by 5. Just look at the options. Just look at the options, right? Option D. So option D is correct answer. Okay. So okay students, in coming days let's solve some more problems which is asked in previous year question papers. Okay. So if you like this video, please share this video. Okay. And please, if you have not yet subscribed this channel, please subscribe this channel also. Thank you.